Hey Hastings, welcome back to your Daily Explainer. Today we're diving into a great update published by HastingsNow.com, looking at our local weather and some really cool historical milestones for Friday, August 14th, 2026. Whether you're, running errands around town, planning a walk down by the river, or just looking for some good weekend trivia to share, we've absolutely got you covered. So let's jump right in, because honestly, timing is going to be literally everything today. The big question you need to be asking yourself before you step out the door this morning is this: are your umbrellas ready for the 5 p.m. shift? If you've got outdoor plans, you actually have a fantastic dry window for most of the day, but you're going to need some actionable intelligence so you don't get caught out in the rain later on. Because look, for the bulk of our Friday, things are looking pretty spectacular. We're talking a super comfortable high, right around 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It's shaping up to be one of those wonderfully manageable August afternoons with partly sunny skies and just a nice little 5 to 15 mile per hour breeze coming out of the east-south. I mean, that is literally the perfect setup to grab lunch downtown, knock out some errands, or just hang out at Levy Park. But here's the catch, and this brilliantly illustrates why your timing matters. Your day is essentially split right down the middle. Before 5 p.m., it's all about light summer clothes and enjoying those dry patios. But the second we cross into the late afternoon, the whole dynamic changes. The National Weather Service shows our shower chances taking up right around 5, hitting a 50% chance for storms Friday night. Plus, temperatures are going to drop down to about 64 degrees. So if you're out for the long haul today, you'll definitely want a light layer for that evening chill and for sure, pack a compact umbrella. Well, you really got to appreciate a weather system that respects the work week, right? As our weather joke of the day asks, why are Friday's rain clouds waiting until after 5 in Hastings? Apparently, they're honoring summer hours too. Super considerate of them to hold off until quitting time. Okay, let's dive right into this next part. Section 1. On this date, exploring August 14th milestones. Let's move to the timeline and see how this builds. We've got 3 completely different but massively impactful events today, jumping from 1935 to 1966 all the way to 2010. We're starting right here in Minnesota, then hitting a huge national policy shift, and finally going totally global.
First stop, August 14th, 1966. Vice President Hubert H. Humphrey traveled to Maple Lake, Minnesota to dedicate the expanded Camp Courage facilities. Now, Camp Courage has been this distinctly Minnesotan tradition, a place completely dedicated to recreation, learning, and just creating amazing opportunities for folks with disabilities. Having the vice president there really hit the nail on the head regarding just how vital this community resource was and still is today.
So the crucial point here is how this expansion actually happened. It wasn't just some top-down initiative, it was purely grassroots support. Vice President Humphrey specifically called out the local volunteers and donors. Get this, he shared a story about Future Farmers of America members who literally went out and picked corn to fund a brand new speech and hearing facility at the camp. Picking corn! It's just an awesome reminder of the power of local folks rolling up their sleeves to build something that lasts. All right, stepping back a bit further to 1935, we hit an absolute milestone in American domestic policy. On this exact date, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act into law. This was a cornerstone piece of the New Deal era, and it permanently changed how the country approached economic security for its citizens.
When you dig into the 1935 legislation, it was incredibly expansive for the era. It didn't just set up the federal old age social insurance program, which, is what we all immediately think of today. It also created unemployment insurance, provided direct assistance for older Americans, and established a bunch of other broad public welfare provisions. Obviously, the program has seen a ton of changes and political debates over the decades, but objectively speaking, signing this act into law was a monumental shift in federal domestic policy.
Finally, we're jumping forward to 2010 and zooming out to the global stage. On August 14th, the very first Youth Olympic Games officially kicked off in Singapore. The International Olympic Committee put this together to give a brand new generation of young athletes their own international platform, basically running parallel to the traditional Olympics to promote international unity and sportsmanship. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is they did not start small. To put this in perspective, Singapore hosted 3,524 youth athletes right out of the gate, and they came from 204 different nations. Getting a brand new global sporting event off the ground with that kind of immediate, massive international participation, that is a staggering logistical achievement, and it all started on this day in 2010. So, what does this all mean for you right now? Well, as we wrap up today's explainer, I just want to remind you that summer weather can flip on a dime. Are your Friday evening plans ready for the radar? Before you head out to enjoy that gorgeous 82-degree afternoon window, maybe take a quick second to check the official National Weather Service alerts. Be ready for that 5 p.m. shift, grab that umbrella, and hey, go out there and make some local history of your own today. Catch you next time.